Desi Thomas. I'm from LeBron from Nike.
Oh, nice. I'll see.
All right, thank you. So I understand that you already carry Air Jordans. You carry the Steph Curry basketball shoes. You carry some of the Adidas basketball shoes. Is that correct?
Yes, it is. We have a vast lineup of those brands.
Yeah, I've noticed you have a quite nice lineup of basketball shoes. Are you aware of the LeBrons?
No, I'm not actually.
Not so much. Okay. Well, as you know, LeBron James is one of the biggest athletes in the world. He has been for a very long time now. He's came out now with his 12th basketball shoes, signifying his 12 years in the NBA. And he's got one of the largest Twitter followings of any athlete besides soccer players, just because of the amount of people that follow soccer, right? It's very, very important because the mass following makes him do massive shoe sales. I think he did around $43 million in shoe sales last year, just from his shoe line alone. It's blown up quite a lot by NBA players and kids at young ages. The thing about LeBron's is because of his large following, it brings more people into stores, which means higher traffic and potentially higher revenue for stores that carry them. They've been known to boost revenue by 40% among small shoe stores as your own. It's a very strong following. The thing about LeBron James as well is he has a massive athlete following as well. He has his own label where he signs athletes, which just broadens the horizon more, expanding the target market, bringing more people into stores, and potentially boosting revenue as well, because that's what it all comes down to, right? How does that all sound to you?
It sounds good. I'm just wondering, you're talking profitability, and an important thing to our stores is the amount of markup we can achieve on these shoes. So I'm just wondering what you can tell me about that.
Right. So we charge a flat rate for the LeBron 12s of $150. Each shoe will retail for $210 at most stores if you want to stay on the same page as most, which gives you a $60 markup on each shoe that's sold, which we believe is quite a lot, and it keeps us happy and it keeps you happy. The great thing about Nike is we're such a massive company that we can do deliveries within one day, so you're never out of stock, which means you're always up to keep up with sales, which is big for a shoe store like yourself. How does that sound?
It sounds very intriguing indeed. Well, with your shoes doing this many numbers, have you approached any stores before?
We are carried. We are obviously carried in Nike Online, and we're carried in a few places like Champ Sports whenever we can keep up the stock with them. We're also carried in Foot Locker whenever they keep up with orders. We're carried in quite a few, but we're not carried in very many small stores like your own. And if you do choose to take us in, we can make an isolated deal for this geographical area, so you'll be the only one to sell in this area the shoe that we carry.
Excellent. That sounds fantastic.
That sounds good to you? Okay.
Well, one more thing. You've said there's 12 versions of this shoe.
Yes.
Do you believe that consumers are willing to buy the next generation of shoes? Is this like, let's say, the iPhone? They have such a great loyal following,
right?
That they're able to release new models every year and still have, massive turnout in terms of sales. I'm just a little worried about that. Do you think that applies to your shoes as well?
Well, the thing about the shoe culture right now is it's always something new, something's coming out. There's always a new basketball player getting better and getting more popular for this reason or that reason, like a dunk contest. The thing about the LeBrons is we have so many colorways constantly because LeBron almost gets one every single night. Like we had a Christmas version last year that sold out crazy fast. The thing is there's this sneaker culture that's developed where we supply X amount and that number sells out and then gets resold for almost double the amount every time because it's just so high demand right now. So if you're worried about demand, I don't think that's going to be the issue at all. Yeah.
You know what? Everything you told me sounds fantastic. Anything else you want to help me with?
Well, so basically what I would like to do is get these stores starting April 1st, get the shoes in starting April 1st in your store.
Okay.
But what we can do for you is we can get it in, set it up, maybe organize a selling event at the store, at your store, showing displays. There can be a lineup outside. We can have maybe a big LeBron cutout and an opening day sale. That's what I want to initiate for you. What do you think of that?
To be honest, it's very enticing, and I think you offer great value. I think you made a great argument to why we should hold your shoes in our stores.
Okay. Yeah. Well, how about we bring in 30 pairs of the LeBron 12s for April 1st? What do you think of that?
We prefer to buy in bulk.
Okay.
Is that something your manufacturing partners can do for us?
Well, explain what bulk is to you.
Well, we are a smaller store, but we'd say we go on a monthly inventory basis. So I think 30 pairs of shoes, if your shoes are as good as you claimed it to be, and you made a really enticing argument to why they are,
right.
We believe that in a monthly period we can sell more than 30, so we prefer to buy in bulk.
Here's the thing with our business model with the LeBrons. We like to keep demand high, and that keeps supply fairly low. So we want you to sell out, because then people are going to be coming in and being like, oh, it's not there at the moment, and it'll bring them in again. So that's kind of the business model, and we have to make sure that that's okay with anybody that decides to carry our product.
You know what? Actually, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah, it could be we could start off on a trial basis, see how you did sell. If you sell out of those 30 in the first day and you don't want to wait another 30 days, maybe we can do a restock of 15 halfway through the month. Okay. We can keep in touch with the product. So what I can do right now is, can I get your email?
Yes, you may.
Okay, what would that one be?
It would be jagjohall.
jagjohall
at gmail.com.
At gmail.com. Okay, lovely. So what I want to do right now is I will send over the paperwork for you to get some signatures, organize a meeting, and I'll be calling you later today. How's about 3 hours sound?
3 hours is fantastic.
3 hours is good?
Yeah.
Lovely doing business with you, Mr. Johal.
Likewise.
Okay.